IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, the Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, and Dagger Law.
From Cruiser Arena, Groveport-Madison High School, IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week. Tonight, it's a Division IV New Albany District semifinal between the Berne Union Rockets and the Newark Catholic Green Wave. Hello, everyone. I'm Josh Messerly, joined alongside by the coach, Tim Shoemaker. And, Tim, this promises to be a pretty good one tonight.
Yeah, I think we have a good matchup. We got two teams coming in with who have had good regular seasons. They've obviously won tournament games, so they're hopefully some of that tension is out of their system and they've moved on. And an interesting matchup we have tonight, Josh.
Yeah, Berne Union comes in 17-7 overall. They finished third in the Mid-State League Cardinal at 10-4. They are the number 3 seed. Newark Catholic 22-3 overall, 11-2. They were league champions of the Licking County League. It's actually tied for that with Granville. And Berne Union got here by winning Saturday against Delaware Christian. Newark Catholic beat Ridgedale in their previous game. Let's talk about some of the key players for tonight. Who should we be watching for? We'll start first with Berne Union.
Well, when you talk about Berne Union, Josh, you have to talk about Bella Klein. She's been scoring at a more consistent pace. She was first team all-district, just came out today, averaging 16 points a game. But after talking to Coach Hurst, he just said she's been more consistent. And that's a big thing for them, is they have to have an offensive output tonight. He expects them to play well defensively, but just don't want to be so sporadic, as we should say, offensively.
And for Newark Catholic, having a great season at 22-3. Coach Rob Smith really bringing a good team, a tough team in here. Who should we be watching for tonight?
Well, when you look at Newark Catholic, the first thing you notice is the 6'2" players inside. Samantha Basham and Shannon Keck. I mean, they're both all-district players, and the key will be how Laura Nowicki plays for them, though, because she's going to have the ball in her hands a lot. Can they run their offense and get the ball inside to their big girls? You know, Berne's concept's going to be to try to keep pressure on them and not make it easy.
Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by the Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school basketball. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. And the opening tap is controlled by the Green Wave, and we are underway. As Bryn Petticord leads across the timeline, Amelia O'Neill, Laura Nowicki, Sam Basham, and Shannon Keck, the starting five for Newark Catholic. There's a shot up, no good by O'Neill, but she gets her own rebound.
Yeah, man-to-man defense, and really didn't do a great job versus the pick and roll, and certainly did not block out. They got to have, you get a stop, you got to get the ball. Here's the pick and roll.
And they tried to go inside, but deflected, trying to find Basham, but taken away by the Rockets. That's Maya Staten. Staten has it on the wing. We'll get you the lineup for Berne Union here momentarily, as there's Sydney Little catching at the top of the key. You got Little out on the floor, Staten, Lauren Nemeth, Emily Blevins, and Bella Klein, the starting five for the Rockets.
And a little flex here, Josh. It's a back screen with a down screen. It's kind of pick the picker.
And there's a shot up by Nemeth, no good. O'Neill pulls down the board for the Green Wave. Just underway here in the Division IV New Albany District Semifinal. The winner to play the winner of Danville and Fairfield Christian on Saturday night in New Albany. Sam Basham holding. Top of the key to O'Neill. There's a cross-court pass, and a three ball is stuck right up against the flange there by Laura Nowicki. You don't see that too often.
No, it always puts a lot of smile on people's faces on the floor.
Wow, and Sam Basham get a little ups there to knock it out, and we'll be ready to play here momentarily as the arrow belongs to Berne Union. Just underway here in this semifinal, looking for someone to put it in the basket. Sydney Little brings it up the floor. And Blevins dishes inside. Tough shot by Staten, but she gets it to go.
That's a really good cut and a good pass by Emily looking for her.
Staten averaging 4.4, gets the first basket of the ball game. There's O'Neal. Now to Basham. Her shot's too strong off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Blevins. Wants to run. She'll pull up from the elbow and bank it in.
Late night banking in Groveport.
Late hours for the bank, and it's 4-0. Berne Union quickly inside. Shots too strong by Keck, and ripping out the rebound there for Berne Union looked like Lauren Nemeth. Quickly ahead, scoop shots up, and no good by Bella Klein, but she draws the foul and go to the line.
Yeah, that's a really good drive in transition right there. Good decision.
Concern early on by Dwayne Hurst about the size of this Newark Catholic team, but right now it looks like the Rockets are matching up pretty well.
Well, he felt athletically on the perimeter. They could match up and maybe cause some problems. You know, defensively, he said they're playing a lot better, and they're only going to play one defense. You see Bella here on the left wing. No, that's Emily right here, Emily Blevins. But what I like is she jump stopped with 2 feet. Whether she meant to bank it or not, she's under control. And you and I both talked to Coach Hurst, and that's one of the things he's been concerned in their transition game is just play under control.
And Klein knocks down both free throws to give Berne Union a 6-0 lead. There's Amelia O'Neal with it. We'll back it out. Now we'll dish it in the corner to Nowicki. Inside they go, and the shot's up and good by Sam Basham.
Yeah, she did a really good job of getting position right there.
6-2 in favor of Berne Union. Little passes out to Bella Klein. And she's going to take a deep three. That's going to be an air ball.
Yeah, that's a little far.
Nowicki quickly ahead as Basham leaked out on the fast break, and she'll lay it in.
Yeah, that's called defensive balance, Josh. Your point guard has to be back. Nobody can go beyond. It's kind of like your free safety in football. They cannot get behind you. And whoever the point guard is has to be there.
Quick 4-0 spurt for Newark Catholic. We're inside of 5 minutes to play in the quarter. Little has it knocked out of her hands by O'Neal, and it'll stay with the Rockets. There's a nice defensive play made by the Shannon Keck for Newark Catholic, and now we've got a foul and a couple players going tumbling there on the baseline.
Yeah, it's good effort. Get back on defense, sprint the floor.
Petticord went hard to the deck, but looks like she is okay. That foul was picked up by Emily Blevins. That's her first. Now getting it back is O'Neal. Dishes out. Nowicki will launch a three. Off the back iron. Rebound tapped out. Let's say last touch by Sydney Little, so Newark Catholic will keep possession. And we will get a substitution for Newark Catholic. Harley Antrit will check into the ball game. She will replace Amelia O'Neal.
It was a decent defensive possession that time, all except for the blocking out at the end. You have to get the rebound to make it a great possession.
Petticord has it in the corner. Now finds Basham, goes to the basket, too strong, and right into the ball game and laying it in is Antrit, right off the bench.
Yeah, the Berne girls are not getting their body on the offensive players when the shot's missed.
And we are tied at 6 after Berne Union started this ball game up 6-0. There's Little dishing inside the Blevins in the post. Now a shot is too strong by Lauren Nemeth. Rebound pulled down by the Green Wave.
Nice possession, though. Went inside, then kicked back out. You'll live with that.
Both coaches talked about rebounding being key, and right now it seems like it's pretty even between the two.
Well, the thing about Berne, you can see the size there. There's your size advantage.
And a couple of Green Wave players having a chance to put it in, and Keck finishes.
And you see Rob Smith. He knows what he's got. He's been through this.
Blevins knifing through and has it rejected by Shannon Keck out of bounds. It will stay with the Rockets. And we're going to get a timeout by head coach Dwayne Hurst of Berne Union. And while we have a moment, Tim, we'll thank one of our sponsors tonight.
Let's say thanks to Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor. Let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
So Berne Union trailing by a basket with 3:29 to go in the first quarter.
I feel like we're in Harbor with that
yeah, it
horn.
does sound like a foghorn or something.
Are we in Seattle tonight?
I don't know. It is a beautiful facility. First year here at
is.
Groveport, and great arena. And Steve Petros doing a great job, the athletic director. Here's Bella Klein on the baseline.
Wow.
Scoop shot up and in, and she draws a foul.
Nice
How about
move.
that?
Well, what I like is they're throwing it in there, and they're not afraid just because there's more height. You don't have to be big to be good in the post. Bella's just a good player.
Basham picks up her first. Klein, a 71% free throw shooter. Made 2 earlier. Knocks down this one. She's got 5 points, and the Rockets are back in the lead at 9-8. As Petticourt brings it into the front court. Finds Nowicki. Inside they go to Keck. Shot up and in.
Yeah, but that's just a simple screen across. Coach Hurst's not happy. I mean, you have to communicate there, Josh. You either have to switch or pull the other defender through the screen so you don't get hammered.
Blevins too strong with a 3. Couple of Green Wave players come up with it, but it will be Basham credited with the board.
Yeah, the Newark Catholic girls do a good job of running their things, and they've set some good screens.
There's a near steal by Staten. And it's going to be Petticourt for 3. Ring it up.
You like how she shoots it with confidence. No hesitation whatsoever.
And now Staten amongst the trees.
Nice movement. You got to keep swinging it, though.
Blevins finds Little. Little push off there, and they're going to get Petticourt for that push off.
So one of the things in ball reversal, you got to move it all the way around the floor. If you throw it back to where it came from, the defense hasn't moved. There's no advantage to you, so swing it on around to the next wing.
Petticourt picks up her first. That's team foul number 2 against the Green Wave.
They're showing a little zone here, Josh, on the outside out of bounds. Give them a little change.
And you wondered if Newark Catholic might go to that. And there's a near steal. Petticourt almost came up with it. Blevins, though, able to track it down. This cross-court pass is going to be dangerous against this zone.
Well, you throw them soft.
And there's a turnover as Keck comes away with it. Ahead to Nowicki. And now back it out and reset the offense. Basham cross-court to Petticourt. Inside to go Antrit, and there's going to be a foul inside. As looks like Nemeth came over the top on that one.
Yeah, Newark Catholic figured it out. They're going to take it inside, Josh. I mean, this isn't rocket science right now.
No, and there's an easy layup attempt. Was missed, but Basham stays with it and lays it in.
She's got good hands, though.
She had an easy path right to the basket.
Yeah.
Probably surprised her that it was that easy.
Well, the communication defensively by the Berne girls inside has not been good. Good cut. What
Inside,
a catch.
Blevins got rejected by the underside of the backboard, but the Rockets get a fortunate bounce.
There's a nice pass.
Nemeth has it rejected, and knocking it out is Antrit. Ahead on the break is Basham, and she will put it up and in off the window. 8 for Basham, and it's 17-9 in favor of Newark Catholic.
Now they've turned some live ball turnovers into, in their advantage scoring, and those are big.
And Basham's done a good job leading the break a few times in this first quarter.
She runs the floor. You can see her. She's at the top of that zone. So
and quickly ahead to Basham, and she has it knocked away by Staten. Gets it back, puts up a shot. But there's Antrit to pick up the loose change off the backboard. Shots up and in for Basham.
They have just crushed them on the offensive boards.
She's got double figures now with 10.
Yeah.
In the last game, Basham had 31.
What'd she come in averaging, like 9 a game or something
Basham
like that?
was averaging 9.3, yes. Already got that in the first quarter.
Yeah. See her on the top of the zone here. She's long and athletic. She's a little tired.
A 10-point lead for Newark Catholic. It looks like the Rockets may hold the last shot here in the opening quarter. Little catches. Finds Nemeth. Staten as they work it around, down to 7 seconds. Staten in the corner, down to 4.
Go. Yep.
Little, shot up, no good. Blevins with the missed shot. And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter with the score. Newark Catholic 19, Berne Union 9.
Well, the two things that have hurt the Rockets defensively here and basically are second shots. You can't play defense the first time through and then give up a rebound, and then you have to play through it or they score immediately, and the live ball turnovers. Those are things at this level. If you do those, you won't advance. See the hands there by Basham? Watch your hands.
And you saw late in that first quarter, Tim, a couple of times where Newark Catholic got a couple of point-blank opportunities, and, they just, shoot until you make one, basically.
Well, the defensive, the girls on the Berne side defensively inside, you just have to communicate. Just if you're going to switch, or whatever you're going to do, there's no talk. I mean, we're close enough that you can see there's no communication. Right. If they're bigger and they're better, that's fine, but don't give them, like you said, point blank. Just communicate.
A lot of fans making the trek for both schools. Good crowd here in a beautiful facility at Cruiser Arena, Groveport-Madison High School, brand new school, just off of Hamilton Road, easy to get in and out of, and I'd like to see them do some more tournament games here.
This is nice.
And Newark Catholic will have the basketball to start the second quarter.
See what they run here, a little double screen.
And there's a turnover. As Little passes up to Kleins. Little Euro step, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Petticord. Ball's loose, and it'll go out of bounds, and they'll say last touch by the Rockets.
No, Emily Blevins leaving her skin marks on the floor there, diving for the ball. Slowed the breakdown.
Somebody put a fork in that one. It was loose. Still a 10-point margin. Newark Catholic the lead in the ball. Inside, shot up and good for Shannon Keck.
Well, if you're going to front, you have to have more ball pressure and more quicker backside help, Josh, or you're going to play behind and help from the outside. I mean, there's really, those are the two ways you got to do it. And they're trying to front, but the problem is the help on the backside is not there quick enough, and there's not enough ball pressure on the passer.
There's a foul on Keck inside. I was going to say on that last shot by Keck, you can see why she's shooting 48% from the field when she is putting them in from in the paint there.
Well, they're good, and Newark Catholic's doing a great job with what they run, and the girls are knowing where to look for their things, doing a nice job.
Carly Cutright with the basketball just into the ball game for Berne Union. Has it knocked away, and they're going to say Klein touched it on the baseline. He'll turn it over to Newark Catholic. Greenway with a commanding 21-9 lead with 7:04 to go here until halftime.
Yeah, you can see right here. There's the finish. And really, there's no defense for that. If you don't, it's like pressing the passer in football. If he can stand there and pick them apart, you have no chance.
Right. They say you can't teach tall. And
no.
That came in handy right there.
No, but you can take it away.
That's true. Basham, cross court to Petticord. They've done it a couple of times tonight. There's O'Neal open for three, and she buries it from the top of the key.
Well, what I like is their perimeter shots have been that's high percentage threes at the top of the key. It's the highest percentage there is between the free throw lines.
O'Neal averaging 34% from behind the arc.
That's okay. That's 50%, right around 50% from the two, so that's not bad.
Cutright nearly turns it over. Blevins runs into her teammate, and a reach-in foul is going to be called against Newark Catholic. At least Antrit will be the one who picks up the personal. That's going to be the 15th foul on Newark Catholic, so that might be a way that Berne Union can get back in the ball game at the charity stripe. There's Klein, had it off her hand, right to Keck.
Great hustle by Emily Blevins.
Another turnover. Back to back. Blevins goes strong and draws a foul.
Yep, it's the right call.
Newark Catholic fans not in agreement with that call.
I don't remember seeing her ask for their opinion on the call.
Yeah, that usually doesn't change things.
Isn't it?
Edritt picks up her second, 16th foul, and Emily Blevins will go to the line. She's shooting 51% on the year. First free throw is up and rattles out. As a team.
Watch right here. See, that's late. She's already on the move, and she's not vertical, Josh. That's a big thing with the arms. When they're forward like that, they're not going to give you that call.
And now a foul on the rebound is going to go against Newark Catholic's Shannon Keck. And that will be the 7th team foul. We're actually going to get Basham on that one. It's her second. So the Rockets will be in the bonus here for the final 6:05.
She didn't make contact hard enough, and Bella slipped behind, got by her, and so she did what she needed to do. She pushed her.
Klein with 5 points so far. First free throw is good for Bella Klein. Berne Union as a team averaging 59% at the free throw line. And Klein will have one more. Free throw is good for her.
Yep, she's got a sweet stroke, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Nothing but net.
Makes it 24-11. Still in favor of the Green Wave as we hit the 6-minute mark until halftime. Petticourt being hounded, now dishes it off. They go inside, knocked away by Bella Klein as that was intended for Antrit.
The help was sooner. You just got to help early. And if you give up something else, you give up something else. But, that's a really good job in being active on the backside by Bella.
And give Newark Catholic credit going to their strength, which is their size.
Oh, yeah. No, Rob does a great job. They're well coached.
O'Neill loses the handle of it, and unfortunately, Shannon Keck could not save it for the Green Wave.
I think that was Samantha Basham.
I believe you're correct as Lauren Nowicki checks in.
Or maybe not. Maybe it was. I'd have to look at it again. It's the Twin Towers of Newark Catholic. They've
got some good size in there. Klein has it poked away by O'Neill, and they'll say we'll stay with the Rockets.
This 1-2-2 has bothered them because they have size on the top, and Samantha's real active, long, and anytime you can block vision in sports, it's a positive thing.
And there's nearly a turnover. It is a turnover as Blevins couldn't save it on the sideline there. Great job by Shannon Keck. They had the double team set up, and she stayed with it.
Yeah, kids sometimes get in a trap, and they get a little excited. What you got to do is just tuck the ball, either dribble through it or pass fake.
Petticourt nearly lost the handle of it. O'Neill now finds Nowicki. Inside, knocked away by Klein. On the break, ahead to Staten, and she saves it from going out of bounds. Now a pull up by Littleman, got away with a walk. Off the front iron, rebound pulled down by the Rockets, the Green Wave. Quickly ahead in for the layup, Sam Basham.
Yeah, point guard not back again. Defensive balance just isn't very good.
Timeout taken by Berne Union. Sam Basham with 12 points. At this point, came into the ballgame averaging 9.3 points per game, 9.3 rebounds, almost averaging a double-double.
Well, she's excellent on top of that matchup zone there, and she gets out and runs the floor, and she just releases because they have enough rebounding advantage in there that they get on the defensive boards and just throw it long, and they've gotten a lot of easy, as you say, point-blank shots.
And Basham, a 6'2 senior, named first team All-Central District, and you can see why the way she's performing here in the first half.
Well, we have a lot of girls in this game tonight that received honors today. I believe who else do we have?
And Lauren Nowicki also named Shannon Keck for Newark Catholic, and you had Klein and Blevins for Berne Union. Actually, Klein first team, Blevins third team, and Sydney Little honorable mention.
Yeah, and Harley Antrit was an honorable mention for Newark Catholic. So we have 7 girls out of the 10 possible on the floor that received district honors. That's quite a compliment to both teams.
26-11 the lead for Newark Catholic. As the Rockets trying to get something going offensively. Staten inside, had it knocked away by Petticourt. Tell you what, this Newark Catholic team been very aggressive in denying the ball into the post.
Well, anytime you have an advantage in length, and I Coach Smith usually plays man-to-man and whatever, but sometimes it calls for something else.
Klein going to the hole, but loses it on the way up. Taken away by the Green Wave. You said that earlier in the season, or most of the season, this Newark Catholic team's played man-to-man, and you thought that they might try and switch it up with a little zone tonight.
Yeah.
There's another one inside for Sam Basham.
I've been around the block a few times, Josh. Kind of know, you get a feel when you look at matchups and give Coach Smith credit. He's looking at their strength. Why chase the smaller players all the way around? And to be honest with you, Coach Hurst talked about they've just been inconsistent from the perimeter and against zones.
Blevins misses from 3, knocked out of bounds off of Bella Klein. And it will go over to Newark Catholic as Carly Cutright checks in to replace Maya Staten. This is a fairly young Newark Catholic team, too. You've got O'Neill, who's a senior. You've got Nowicki, who's a senior, and Basham. But, it's still a team that is learning and will have some contributors down the road.
Well, I believe they've lost 4 straight regional final games. I mean, so you're talking about an outstanding program. That the girls are used to winning. Expectations are high, and that helps. But you're always going to graduate good players, but you need to have people ready to step in to put the time in to get good.
Cutright on the baseline, has it knocked out of bounds. Actually, it was off of a Berne Union player. I think she was trying to find Nimoth underneath.
Yeah, not a bad look right there. Just got to catch the basketball. You and I talked about passing and catching. You can't run any offense if you can't pivot, pass, and catch. PPC, as we used to call it.
Wiki holding. Inside it goes, and off the glass and in for
that's
Shannon Keck.
That's not terrible defense there. That's better offense is all that is. But that's them executing their high-low also. And notice
execution and height.
You throw it to the but you also have to throw the ball to the right spot. You throw it to the open hand high. That wasn't that. That's a great pitch.
Little for 3, too strong. Klein trying to corral it, and did she get it off of a Newark Catholic player? No. Looked like it might have gone off of Nowicki or close to it. At least good effort there. It goes over the Green Wave.
Yeah, they're really executing things. And I said, sometimes in defense you can play really well, and the other team just has better offensive execution or skills. Watch right here. You want to be an official?
And that one
it did get her.
Goes out of bounds, and they're going to say goes out of bounds over to Berne Union. There was that last play there.
That turned out to be, she's out of bounds right there.
Yeah, her foot's there on the baseline.
That was a good call.
Yeah, it's not easy being an official. I'm not signing up to do it.
No thanks.
Klein in the post, double teamed, and she'll back it out. Blevins not shy from 3, banks it in.
She's using the ATM tonight, buddy. I'll tell you what, she's all over it. But you know what? Somebody's got to shoot the ball.
Petticord dishes over in the corner for 3 for Nowicki, off the flange. And there with the rebound, Keck over to Basham. Too strong. Keck can't pull it down.
It's a good battle, though, by the girls right there. I mean, that's all you want them to do is compete.
Klein going to the basket, has it rejected by O'Neill, and now hits it off of O'Neill, and it will stay with Berne Union. She tried it the last time. It didn't work. This time it does work. And Berne Union will retain possession with 1:52 to go in the half.
Yeah, that was a really good penetrating pitch down there by Newark Catholic, and a good job by Berne competing on the boards. Look here. That's probably a foul. I know we're district tournament, but she impeded the good offensive
Blevins
boards.
Couldn't get that one to go. And
great
Cutright
rebound.
Couldn't get it to go. Klein's there for the rebound. Shot by Nimbus is no good. Klein with another opportunity. Dribbles it off her foot, though. And Newark Catholic comes away with it.
That's a good offensive possession for the Rockets right there.
A couple of chances, and now we get a traveling violation against O'Neill.
It's amazing how they know when they do it.
Yes.
You try to be quick, and you pick up that pivot. I mean, she knew as soon as she heard the whistle.
Jordan Creeley will check in for the first time tonight for Newark Catholic, and she'll give Shannon Keck a breather.
Now, going back to man-to-man here. It's not a bad thing.
Newark Catholic mixing it up on the defensive side.
Total front here. Total overplay. But you got to get the other people off the same side. It's too crowded. If you want to isolate Bella, You gotta move the person. You can't have somebody in the corner because their person helps inside.
O'Neal guilty of the reach-in. That's the 8th team foul against Newark Catholic. So going to the line for 1-1 is Emily Blevins.
I don't particularly care to watch the NBA a whole lot, but the bottom line is they're the best at isolating players to get them their skills exposed.
Clearing out and isolate. Free throw missed. Rebound pulled down by Basham, and now a foul in the backcourt.
Oh.
And it's going to go against Berne Union.
Yep, called on Bella.
Getting up in the grill of Basham, I believe, on that.
It's only their 3rd foul this half.
Yeah. Probably why you heard some mock applause there from the Newark Catholic fans. Maybe feeling a little discrepancy there in the fouls. The wiki, dishes.
I'm not one that puts a lot of stock in fans' opinions usually.
Yeah, no.
You know, just because they're emotionally attached.
The wiki for 3 off the iron.
See, they're competing, Josh. What can you do? Those are, when you shoot threes, what kind of rebounds are you going to have? Long ones. And those are hard.
That went out of bounds, and it will stay with Newark Catholic.
There's nothing wrong with either one of those. They're doing everything they can do. Earlier, I thought they missed some communication and missed contact. And as long as you're consistent, don't worry about the score. And you coach these games off either way, whether you're Rob Smith or Dwayne Hurst. Just coach the possession. Coach the possession. Quit worrying about the score will take care of itself.
Basham holding. See if Newark Catholic will back it out, and they may hold for the last shot.
Going to try.
24 seconds.
Running a little flex cut. You can see right here. They're not really sure. They're more comfortable in their high-low.
It looks like they are going to hold down to 11 seconds. That one's out of bounds. They say deflected. Looked like by Bella Klein, and it will stay with Newark Catholic with 7 seconds to go.
You know, one of the things you learn, too, about your team, if they're not capable of doing certain things, then try not to do. I mean, it may be how you want to play and should play.
The wiki has it taken away
she's got
by
time.
Blevins. 2 seconds. Down to 1 second. Gets a shot up and no good. And that will take us to halftime with the score: Newark Catholic 30, Berne Union 13. Tonight's halftime is brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right. And this is the IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week. Berne Union and Newark Catholic in the Division IV District Semifinal.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, the Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, and Dagger Law.
Hi, I'm Rich. Welcome to Lines Auto Service.
Lines Auto Service, a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. We understand that your vehicle is essential to your everyday life, and we do our best to not only ensure your convenience, but care for your vehicle as if it was one of our own. We repair domestic and foreign vehicles and are your best choice for scheduled maintenance on your car, truck, SUV, or fleet vehicles, both new and old. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about you and your vehicle long after you leave. Lines Auto Service is family-owned and operated and uses the latest in diagnostic equipment to guarantee your vehicle is serviced correctly. We use only quality replacement parts, and our expert team of ASE certified technicians will treat you with courtesy and respect. Stop by and see us at Lines Auto Service, 268 North Broad Street in Bremen, and we'll look forward to calling you our friend.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster or 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, the Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, and Dagger Law.
Welcome back to Cruiser Arena, Groveport-Madison High School for the Division IV District Semifinal between Newark Catholic and Berne Union, 30-13. The Green Wave in front of the Rockets. Josh Messer alongside the coach Tim Shoemaker as we get ready for second half action. What should we look for here in the second half, Tim?
Well, if you go from Coach Smith at Newark Catholic's point, you just want to keep executing. He's going to stay in this 1-2-2 because it was really effective. If you look at the possessions that Berne had, they weren't as good as when they played man-to-man. If you're looking at Berne's standpoint, make it harder for them to score, and they had some better defensive possessions, and they got to get it down the floor and score. They're having a hard time against the half-court defense.
Bella Klein led Berne Union with 7. Sam Basham led all scorers for Newark Catholic with 14. There's a turnover on the opening possession, and Newark Catholic will take over.
Yeah, add one more gray hair to Coach Hurst right there.
Yeah.
Just no ball reversal and just throw it away.
And there's O'Neal getting fouled by Staten from behind.
Yeah, had her hand on it.
That'll be the first on Staten. First against the Rockets here in the second half. O'Neal with 3 points in that first half for Newark Catholic. Petticord with the ball now with 3 points as well, both from behind the arc.
See what they do? They cross the post, then they run a diagonal screen.
Bash him off the glass and in.
Yeah, you just got to beat her to the spot defensively. But nice execution by Newark Catholic. They do a good job running their sets, and they know where to look with the ball.
Basham had 31 against Ridgedale last time out, and well on her way to that with 16 already. Staten scoop shot up, no good.
Yeah.
Klein comes up with the rebound. Nemeth thought better of it. On cross-court pass to Little.
Yeah, those ones that stay in the air that far usually are intercepted.
Staten gets underneath, bats it over to Nemeth. Now here's Bella Klein, puts it off the glass too strong, but she does pick up or draw a foul, and she'll go to the line.
Now that's ingenuity right there. She did a little boop, gave it a poke with her hand. But see, that's a better possession. Had a back cut, move the ball, got some penetration. And that's all you can ask for out of your players.
First free throw is good for Bella Klein.
Yep.
She's had a pretty good night at the line tonight.
She's so true.
And one more, and that's good for Klein. At 9 points. Makes it a 17-point contest. O'Neal behind the back. Now finds Basham.
Here's the same play. See, look at the early help. Emily snuffed it out, and that's what you got to have.
Blevins was ready for it, but unfortunately she carries the basketball there crossing the timeline and will turn it over.
Yeah, she did a nice job on the backside. Early help, early help.
Cutright will check in for Berne Union and give Blevins a break. She gets a hand from head coach Dwayne Hurst. Always see Coach Hurst with a towel in hand during games. Probably like John Thompson. It's just kind of one of the security blanket type of things.
So you got to have a little more ball pressure. They're just running what they want too easy. See what I'm saying? Just moving it, swinging around the floor. It's hard to guard them.
Petticord launches for three and buries it.
Because they do a good job, Josh. But there's no resistance as far as overplay and forcing them to do something else.
6 for Bryn Petticord. Makes it a 20-point game. Better ball movement this time. Here's Klein underneath, trying to find a way, and has it knocked away and taken away by Shannon Keck. Boy, it's tough to go in amongst the trees.
Boy, I like that passing the ball forward.
Air ball pulled out of there by Cutright. But a turnover. Petticord finds Nowicki. Thought about a three. The coaches were yelling at Nowicki to take a shot there. Usually you don't have to do that, right?
No. You know, some kids aren't as comfortable, but if that's within what you do and you do it well, then you're right. You should shoot that.
O'Neal not shy. The putback attempt no good by Keck, and a foul as Staten comes up with a loose change, and she's bumped by O'Neal. And Amelia will pick up her second.
Amelia O'Neal's done a really fine job of steadying them. She's a point guard, not flashy, but she's done a really good job getting them in their things so they know what to do. And you have to have a lead dog that will start the delivery at some point.
Blevins back into the game for the Rockets. Berne Union slowing it down a little bit. Starting their offensive set. Nemeth baseline gets cut off. We've seen quite a few times tonight, Shu, that someone has driven the baseline for Berne Union and immediately cut off.
Well, the bottom line is too. You're running into. You're like, it's like running into a woods. You got timber down there. You know? So they're going to have issues because the passing lanes aren't open.
Nemeth did get bailed out on the foul on Keck. That's her fourth. Free throw no good. And checking in the ball game is Harley Antrit. She'll replace Shannon Keck. We'll have a word with Rob Smith, the head coach at Newark Catholic in his 8th season. Good tradition with the Green Wave, as they seemingly have in every sport. They've got a couple Final Four appearances and a state championship back in 1984. Antrit inside has it off her hands, go out of bounds, and it'll belong to Berne Union.
They look to push. They're not out of control, but I like it. They look to push the basketball.
Little will find Klein. No look pass to Staten. Now they're going to go inside the Klein on the block. Nowhere to go. Finds Blevins open for three. Off the front iron. Rebound tapped out. It will go to Little. Out of Klein. Knifing through the defense. Puts it up with the right hand. No good. And a foul underneath the basket. Going to go against Berne Union. A block on Lauren Nemeth.
Yeah, girls for Berne were very competitive that possession. Though you got to be happy with that. They penetrated. They got on the offensive boards. Got some loose balls. So, when you're coaching in this situation where you're down 20 points, you got to look at the positive view here.
There's Paige Laughlin into the ball game for the first time tonight. She's just coming back from a knee injury and has played just a couple of games this season. That one almost across the timeline on the turnover. And now a whistle and a timeout taken by head coach Rob Smith of Newark Catholic. And while we have a moment, we want to thank a timeout sponsor, brought to you by the Carriage Company, the best place to go to find your next car, truck, van, or SUV, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. And check out their website at carriagecompany.com.
Yeah, you need to check out Sean on his website, man. He'll give you a woo.
Yes, a deal here. Beautiful facility we've talked about here at Groveport-Madison. Steve Petros, the athletic director, doing a great job here. And you see the scoreboard there. And when they were putting together the design for this gymnasium, some folks were talking about, what can we do to jazz it up? And, hey, how about a hanging scoreboard? And they got it done, and it looks beautiful here. One of the few high schools that have those.
Yeah, you won't see that in every place, that's for sure.
No. And there is a turnover off the hands of Antrit. A little too strong inside to her from, I believe it was O'Neill.
Yeah, like what Coach Smith said, catch the ball. We talked about it earlier. It's passing and catching. There's Coach Petros.
Yes. Some ties to Fisher Catholic and Fairfield Union in his coaching career.
And Granville. Any others? And there's a turnover. And here at Groveport, obviously.
Groveport, of course. And there's a turnover and another layup for Sam Basham.
Yeah, we would be on real late tonight if I started Petros stories.
He's probably got enough stories about you, too.
Well, there's just not that much to know about me, Josh.
Yeah, I'm sure. Klein gives it up to Little. And a foul's going to be called against Newark Catholic. Harley Entrit, not sure about that one. And it's going to be a blocking foul on her. That's going to be her third foul, fourth team foul against the Green Wave. And we'll see Carly Cutright check back in for Maya State. Winner of this game will get the winner of Fairfield Christian and Danville in the district final on Saturday night. There's a shot, no good. Rebound ripped out of there by Harley Antrit, and Bella Klein goes down hard to the floor. And she's getting up slow.
He's calling the foul on the Newark Catholic player.
That's a tough spill there. That's going to be the fourth on Harley Antrit.
Let's watch here. They're both competing for the ball. Watch here, it's loose. Harley gets it and just pulls it away.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that one. There's a basket by Sydney Little, her first of the night.
But again, I don't want to officiate, so I'm not going to say much about it.
There's a teardrop, no good. Petticord comes up with it, will dish it back out. O'Neal will launch for three. Too strong off the glass.
Yeah, she hasn't shot it much tonight. She's done a nice job of running their offense.
Over in the corner, Emily Blevins has it. Inside, intended for Klein, taken away by Petticord. Ahead to Basham, off the glass, no good. Petticord comes up with it as she's falling down, passes it, and there'll be a foul called against Berne Union.
They just got behind him how much tonight, Josh? Way too much. Between live ball turnovers and no defensive balance, it's not a lot you can do.
Antret will leave in favor of Jordan Creeley. O'Neal will throw it in. Finding Basham. There's Laura Nowicki. Inside,
that's good defense
Basham
right there.
Denied by Bella Klein.
Yeah, when you front also, Josh, you can lean on people and move them back, and you eliminate the space they have to catch it. She did a good job with that time.
Blevins dishes inside to Klein, up and under, and can't get the finish.
Yep.
But the foul called, and Bella Klein will go to the free throw line.
A little Kevin McHale-like right there.
Yes.
That was good. Good footwork. You know, if somebody came to me and said, well, what have you seen all year watching the games, boys and girls? And I get out and watch some just without a headset on, too, just my own self-entertainment and pleasure. Just spend more time pivoting on the perimeter. Yeah. High post especially, and perimeter pivoting. It's so critical.
You talk about all the time about how John Beeline, the head basketball coach at Michigan, that's something that they work on quite often.
20 to 30 minutes a day. Just making sure, and it's with pressure at that level, obviously, but they incorporate it in their drills.
There's a foul away from the ball.
I used to watch High University practice when Coach Hunter was there all the time, too. Go down and watch a practice, and they always start practice with some kind of improvement in pivoting area. And, you know, I always say if it's good enough for those guys to do, why is it not good enough for dealing with young players?
And Blevins, who picked up that last foul, knocks it out of bounds on the attempted pass by O'Neill. And it will stay with Newark Catholic with 1:53 to go. Green Wave in control of this one.
You know, you can be, you know, have some natural athleticism and some other qualities, but you are not born a player. You have to become a player. And this is a skill game.
Here's O'Neill with it, being harassed by
See right there,
Blevins.
the ball was over her head. What happens when there's pressure? You get off balance. You got to tuck the ball.
And it is good by Laura Nowicki. Her first points of the night. Nowicki missed all of last season with a torn ACL. She tore it in the first game for Newark Catholic last year and missed the entire season. Is just coming back this year and having a pretty good season so far. Nowicki averaging 11.5.
Yeah, second team all-district. Good for her.
Little off the glass and in.
Yeah, good move right there.
Yeah, big props to Nowicki, and we also talked about Paige Laughlin battling a knee injury a year ago. Inside of a minute to go in the quarter.
See her pivoting? That's pretty good right there. She protected the ball. She crossed over her pivot.
Basham puts up the shot, doesn't get it to fall, but she will go to the line.
She's really been aggressive offensively tonight.
She is tough to stop. I mean, how do you defend somebody like that?
Well, you limit. You don't really stop, especially it depends on, you know, obviously what you have, and Berne does not have the size.
Banks it off the glass and in. You said that ATM working late tonight.
It must be. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to stop on the way out in town.
If you're handing out 20s, I'll take one over here.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And the second free throw is good by Basham, giving her 20 in the game.
I was going to use your ATM card I picked up out of your pocket the other day. So
it might tell you declined or something like that. There's Cutright with it. And has it intercepted, and Petticord comes up with it racing down, and she will lay it in. Brent Petticord.
Just passed too far. It's not a bad look. It's a bad execution. It's just too far. That's a great pitch.
And a steal by Basham. She does it all. She coasts in and will lay it in.
She's had layup drill going most of the game.
22 for Basham. And Newark Catholic fans starting to get into it a little bit as we are in the latter stages of the third quarter. Laughlin inside to Klein. Can't get the finish.
Yeah. Just see the distance of the pass. It's just too far.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to be extremely strong to throw it that far with anything. It's too far. Yeah, like I said, it looks open, but it's just, the time it takes to get across there is just not going to work. What's Bella from the line right now?
She's got 12 in the game. She's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at the line. Make it 11 as she buries the free throw.
Has she missed one?
I don't think so.
No, I think you're right.
And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter with the score Newark Catholic 46, Berne Union 23.
Hey, when I teach foul shooting, I want to just go get Bella because she does it right.
Fairfield Christian and Danville, the winner of that game, will play the winner of our game, which right now looks like Newark Catholic, and they're going to be a tough team.
It'll be interesting. They play during the year. You know, Coach Smith's quite aware. You need to play them so you have a familiarity and feel comfortable. They play up at Westerville Central Friday night, I believe. Or no, that's Bloom Carroll plays Friday. They play
New Albany on Saturday night at 7
Saturday.
o'clock is when the Division IV New Albany District Final will take place. You're talking about, though, Bloom Carroll got a good win this week.
Yeah, big shout out to Chad Little. They had a good win last night against Big Walnut, I believe it was. And now they play a good Jonathan Alder team. But I tell you, Carroll, we've seen them a couple times. They can do it. And they have a proven scorer in Chloe Davis. But they have enough guard play. They play good defense. They just have to take care of the basketball. And if they do that, that's for a district championship.
Yeah.
Friday night.
Yep. Where winners of districts a year ago were the Lady Bulldogs. Newark Catholic will start with the basketball. A little ankle turner there by Petticord. Inside, taken away, though, by Maya Staten.
Yeah, I used to tell our kids when that happened, let's keep playing with 4 then. They throw it away more.
And Petticord makes up with it, nearly coming up with the steal. She's been all over the floor tonight for the Green Wave.
That's a good diagonal pass right there.
Little. Tough shot, but she knocks it down.
That's a really good possession. Threw a diagonal pass with velocity, made the next pass to the open shooter. That's good basketball right there.
6 for Sydney Little.
Here's your flex cut. When we say that, Josh, I mean, you see the back screen attempt and down. They're not screening very well right now. They're a little more tired. Plus, Berne runs the flex. They're pretty familiar with all this.
If you see it every day in practice, a little easier to
helps.
defend.
It helps.
And there's a high pass intended for Basham.
Bella
Klein comes up and will go to the basket and will draw a contact. They're going to say offensive foul as Lauren Nowicki stands in there for the charge.
Well, she crossed it over and went to the left hand. Here's that good possession that ended with that jump shot. Bottom of the well. Everybody argues the block and charge.
Yeah, that's a 50-50.
Well, some of them.
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, it's the toughest call.
There's a lob inside. Staten comes up with it.
Again, that's just good defense. Not very good.
Little,
nice
to Klein,
pass.
And lays it in, and a foul. By far the best fast break we've seen Berne Union run tonight.
It is. They got out and they moved the ball. Well, it started with competing down here at the defensive end because you can run with live ball off a defensive rebound, which they've had trouble. And you can see right here, here's that block charge. So you want to be an official? Yeah, I would have to say she's moving in that situation. But again, I'll leave it up to the experts.
Keck picks up her 5th foul, so she's disqualified as Antrit checks in.
We have about 200 of them in the stands. Did you realize that?
Yeah. Nowicki for 3. No. Did you see that last foul there on Klein, and now a foul the other end. Antrit draws the foul.
Yeah, Harley just works hard. She kind of does a lot of the cleanup things around the, in the offensive board, screens.
Nemeth picks up the foul. That's her 3rd. Antrit knocks down the free throw. And Antrit at the line.
Stroked both those.
Knocks it down. He's trying to quickly find how well she shoots at the line. Couldn't find that quick enough. And now here's a steal and a head to Petticord, and she will lay it in. Double figures for Brent Petticord. Makes it 50-28. Berne Union trailing, but with the basketball. Inside, shots up, too strong by Little. Knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lady Rockets. Trying to find somebody is Blevins. Gets it inside to Nemeth. Her shot's no good. Nowicki comes up with the rebound. We're inside of 6 minutes to play in this district semifinal.
Yeah, just wanted to execute offensively. See the ball above her head, Josh. You can't keep it. You're too weak with the ball. Like to see the Newark Catholic girls tuck that ball when there's pressure.
Nowicki will fire off the mark. Rebound pulled away by Blevins. Blevins will go in, too strong. And Antrit comes up with it. And ahead to Basham, we saw a couple times sneaking ahead there on the fast break. That one's deflected out of bounds, and a last touch by Emily Blevins of Berne Union.
Now her effort's tremendous, Emily. Just kind of gets going. She gets the motor going. She plays really hard and can't decline any of the hustle she has up and down the floor.
O'Neal for 3, and she knocks it down. That's her 2nd triple of the night. O'Neal's launched a few. She's not shy from behind the arc. Over to Nemeth from Klein. Now that pass is intercepted by Basham. To Nowicki. They're going to try and slow it down, work some clock here inside of 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I mean, learn to run the offense in this situation, but, you know, there's still 5 minutes, and, you know, some of these players are going to come out. And see, there's what you have when you try to run offense.
Steal by Blevins, and she will lay it in.
Oh, Emily, she got the motor.
Timeout taken by head coach Dwayne Hurst of Berne Union with 4:39 to go, 53-30. Newark Catholic on top comfortably of Berne Union. And while we have a moment, let's talk about our players of the game. And first, let's talk about Newark Catholic and our player of the game, brought to you by Fairfield National Bank. As you look at the score sheet, I think it's pretty obvious for Newark Catholic.
Well, Samantha Basham's really, you know, playing the top of the zone defensively, offensive rebounding, her execution around the basket. She's affected the game so much, not just because she's tall, but because she's done good things. So they have a very nice group. Obviously, you're 21 and what, 3 or whatever.
22 and 3.
Yeah,
about
22
and
23
and 3.
So you have a good team.
Right.
And it takes a good team. But Samantha's really stood out tonight and has just been a tremendous leader on the floor for them. So congrats to Samantha Basham.
Yeah, our Fairfield National Bank player of the game. We'll name a player of the game momentarily from Berne Union. As Bryn Petticord brings it up the floor. Finding Basham. Catholic trying to run the offense here. Petticord for 3. No. Rebound pulled down by Bella Klein. She wants to run with it. She'll put it up. Too strong. Antrip pulls down the rebound. And it looks like the Green Wave will slow it a little bit. Looked like they were going to slow it down, but now they kind of go a little bit faster. And Antrid, a nice feed inside from Basham. She does it all.
Yeah, really good read right there. And it's nice when you have size on the perimeter, Josh, because you have vision. And you can throw over people like she did. She could see it.
Let's name our Lions Auto Service player of the game, as that 3's no good for Berne Union, who should be our Lions Auto Service player of the game, Shu.
Now let's let this possession finish,
okay.
And we'll hit on it here.
Get that in a moment. O'Neal dishes. Petticord. We're inside of 3.5 to play.
Still got the ball above her head.
That will go out of bounds and turn over to Berne Union as Lauren Groves will check in.
Coach Smith was ready to punt that one to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Frustrate you when you're trying to learn to run your offense late in the game. And
indeed. And some substitutions in for Berne Union.
But let's say, you know, there's two girls that have just played, I think, really well for Berne. It's always hard for me. But I think Bella Klein deserves the player of the game for Berne. She does a lot of things, been very well, and Emily Blevins, her effort just stands out.
Her defense tonight was really good, great effort.
Yeah, she is, and she sprints back defensively. If everybody could learn to run the floor as hard as she did, you'd have a great defensive team.
Yeah, you would, as there's a reach-in foul committed by Lauren Groves. So congratulations to Bella Klein, our Lions Auto Service player of the game.
The key for both those girls, though, Josh, is are you going to get better? And there's a way to get better in the offseason. They appear to be really good ladies, young ladies. They have some skill, but they need to refine some things. And that's what I ask. You know, they're sophomores. I believe they're both sophomores, to be honest. But are you going to get better? And you can still play other sports and all that, but basketball requires skill development. And that comes in the off season. So that's what I would ask them, because you know what? They both have a potential to be extremely good high school basketball players.
You see a lot of reserves into the ball game now for Berne Union. Hannah Mata into the ball game, replaced Bella Klein during that last time out. Cut right, shot up and out of bounds. Is Rob Smith going to go to his bench and bring on 5 new players? Great night for Sam Basham, who leads with 22 points for the Green Wave.
Big night for Samantha.
Bryn Petticord in double figures with 10.
But they have just enough outside shooting to help open that up a little bit. You know,
Yeah,
they
good
do.
inside-outside game.
Yeah, they you know what, they have 2 or 3 people that I don't know their percents and all that, but they show propensity to be able to make a perimeter shot.
Three's too strong. Rebound pulled out of there by Nikki Langenbrunner. Bell out there. Creeley for Newark Catholic. Franks also out there. Smith. See Cutright, Miller, Harmon.
That's it.
Groves and
put that
Mott
ball
out
in triple
there.
threat position, ladies. Don't put it over your head. You're weak with the ball. Doing a good job here of executing their offense, though.
These players that maybe don't get as much time, but really relishing the playing time they do get in these tournament games.
Well, they make your team better because they practice well. If they practice well, your other players get better.
And it's a reward for practicing well, too. There's some contact, no call. Groves comes away with it on the break. She coasts in and too strong in the layup attempt. It's knocked out of bounds. And they'll say I turn it over to Newark Catholic.
Yeah, she's a little frustrated, but she did a good job getting out on the break and getting to the rim. Just got to work on your left hand a little bit, make it easier.
And Crumrine will check in for Jordan Creeley of Newark Catholic. We got a moment. Just want to pass out a couple shout-outs tonight to Jared Stewart, our play-by-play man for IVP Sports. Under the weather tonight. Hope he's feeling better. And also a happy birthday to Shane Messina, one of our crew members, celebrating a birthday and not here tonight. I won't say the number, but
no, please don't name his age. You'll make me feel bad.
Yes. So happy birthday to Shane.
At this point, I'm just happy to have them. Period.
Yeah, just forget the numbers, I guess, at this point.
No, I want the next day.
There's a three. It's off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Crumrine.
Looked good from our angle.
Yeah, it did.
Straight on.
We are in the final minute of this one. Game dominated by Newark Catholic.
Yeah, very good team. Well coached. Play hard. Expectations are there, but they also do the things right.
Shots up and no good by Crumrine. And now Smith buries the baseline jumper.
That's his daughter, a freshman.
Yep. Coach talked about her today. Brooklyn Smith knocks down the jumper. Make it 59-30 with 34 seconds to go. Crossover, going to the basket.
Yeah.
And that one rims out for Carly Cutright. She comes up with the turnover, though. Dishes, and that one's out of bounds. And it'll stay with Berne Union with 21 seconds to go. Tonight's game was produced and directed by Bob Campetti. The scoreboard, Donnie Ziegfeld. And on cameras, providing you great views tonight, Tom Russo and Ross Spiegel. As there you see our crew. And, yes, a happy birthday to Shane Messina. And there's a takeaway by Langenbrunner. And ahead to Crumrine, and she is bumped going to the basket. Lauren Groves a little shove there. And Grove will pick up her second with 12 seconds to go. Free throw, rims out. And Harmon pulls up with it for Berne Union. Berne Union will push it down to 4 seconds. Cutright will launch, and that's off the mark, and that's how the ball game ends. A dominating effort for Newark Catholic as they move on to the Division IV New Albany District Final to take on the winner of Fairfield Christian and Danville on Saturday night. And I tell you, whoever they face, they're going to have to find a way to stop Sam Basham.
Well, just to deal with the the advantage side, that'll be a heck of a game.
If it's Fairfield Christian especially.
Yeah, if I wasn't busy, I might head out to watch. That's going to be a good matchup. Those are two well-coached teams. Ben Bethel was the coach of the year in the Central District, so congratulations to him, Division IV girls. So, been fun, Josh. You know what? It's always good to get on tournament trail, and we'll look and see what poses some opportunities for us down the road here, but I'd love to get together and do it again.
Yeah, indeed, I would as well. Make sure to check out the Interphase Video Productions Facebook page for our upcoming broadcast, and we'll hope to have some more tournament basketball for you on IVP Sports. Once again, the final score, Newark Catholic 59, Berne Union 30. For our entire crew and for Tim Shoemaker, I'm Josh Messerly. Thanks for watching the IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week. So long, everyone.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, The Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, The Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, and Dagger Law.